Pitch with one of the great fast bowlers in the history of the game, Waqar Younis. Good to see you.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
You're involved with the bowling coaching of the Pakistan side.
Yeah, I've just been asked to do this job because I live in Sydney, and it's easy for them to just hire me and just go through these three test matches in the ODIs.
You were a master of reverse swing, yet you all guys did not get the ball to swing, and Australia did.
I know. I think it's a lot to do with the pitch. I think the pitch was a lot better to bat on first, and it wasn't really much happening. The ball didn't really got into the position where it should be for the reverse swing. And I think also one should give the credit to the Australians, the way they're learning. I think they're learning the art, and they know the way they rotated their bowlers. I thought was brilliant, because bringing the spinner on quickly and then saving the fast bowler was a good move.
For later when the ball's a little bit dusty. Now, explain to me, when you say, I mean, there's such a change in the way people perceive the art of bowling. You say that reverse swing is dependent on the pitch. Normally we would have said swing is dependent on the ball. Explain that.
I mean, the pitch, when I say it depends on the pitch needs to be nice and dry, to scuff up the ball, because and you need a square probably to be a lot more dry. And this here, if you look at it, it is pretty dry. And although they've been watering it, but it's still very, very dry.
So that's kind of abrasive, and that marks the ball. So you prepare one side of the ball smooth and clean, and the other side is a mess.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. And you keep looking after the ball. You make sure that you keep shining the ball one side, and don't put your palm on it, which has been the case with these young fast bowlers. They're still learning, and I think once they learn the art, you gotta keep your hand off the sort of scuffy side and just make sure keep shining the other side.
We might be able to run in some footage of you bowling pretty quick here in Hobart a few years back. Do you think that bowling reverse swing at pace is something that someone can learn, or is it a given art?
Look, pace is something you can maybe develop, but the thing is, if you're born with it, and your action really tells you how to bowl. And I think if you're born with it, and your action really tells you how to bowl. And you can maybe develop. I had the action which was probably more suitable for reverse swing, because I had a very slingy action, which not many fast bowlers nowadays. Nowadays it's more of length bowling, and it's very pleasing to see the Australians the way they're doing it. It's very good.
I never thought I'd hear you say that. I've got Michael Slater and Shane Warne waiting on the crease here. I don't know if you want to hang around with us for a minute. Slats, what about batting against reverse swing? Bill Lurry said to me this morning, why is it so difficult to play reverse swing? Why more difficult than orthodox?
Well, I think generally the swing is a lot later, and this guy was the best at it that I faced, and his opening partner was an Akram. And for me it was about just shortening everything up. Certainly my back lift being shorter, being even more nimble on your feet. But you don't want to overdo the footwork, but it's more watching the ball. The most imperative thing, you got that ball, Warne, is to see as it comes out which side the shiny side's on. Now, as soon as this fella started putting his hand over it and masking the ball, I knew something was starting to happen. But if you can pick which side the shiny side is, then you know which way it's likely to swing. Varying degrees. The other aspect is it's hard to score when it starts to reverse swing, because the ball's older, and it's harder to gauge the swing at the time. But the difficulty comes in the lateness of swing, I think.
And if it is starting to really reverse, if you don't know as a batsman what side to watch, I used to get confused. That's why Waqar broke my toe 3 times. I say, that's an outswinger, is it? Oh yeah, that's blowing shot on the toe.
That's what happened to Salman Butt yesterday, because he played for the one which going away from him. You couldn't really pick up the shine, and that just a little bit, it just came back in. And
it's an art form that's going all around the world. You've played a lot of cricket in England for Hampshire, you've played in the IPL, you've played both domestic and international cricket here. It's coming into the game now. There's very few bowlers don't try to master it.
No, and as soon as there's a hint of reverse swing, suddenly it's like, it's going reverse. So the bowlers tell the captains, and it's going reverse straight away. So that means for the spinner, sometimes the captain comes up and says, mate, have a rest, because we're starting to go reverse. So from that side of things, it can affect that, but you can still have a spinner and a quick bowler bowling.
It's something you've really got to try and get in a rhythm when you're batting, and there's varying degrees. Some days it's not that effective, it's going slightly. But with Waqar, because he explained, he's got that, you had more of the rounder action, your predominant big swing was back into the right-hander, so coming in here. But I knew if you went the other way, it was probably just going to hold. It wasn't really going to swing.
Yeah, what I used to do, I used to keep it probably my arm a little higher when I'm just looking to go away. And when I'm trying to bowl the inner, and probably use a bit more crease, come close to the pitch and look to just swing a bit late. You know, when you come close.
So your release just shows your release position for the in swing.
Yeah,
you say
it's
you'd be a little more round arm, and the seam would be a little more canted. So it's not crucial to have the seam upright for in swing.
Yeah, when I try to swing it away, I'll look to just keep it straight and look to do the normal conventional swing, and it doesn't really swing much, but it just swings enough.
Waqar, did you find that the easiest way to do it was to keep one side dry and abrasive, and the other side was to kind of shine it but keep it dry?
Yeah, the dry is the main part, and I think normally what happens to you spinners, you just keep your hands on it and just keep doing like this, and that's not good for us. All you need to do is just keep your palm off the dry side.
You say you spinners, it does reverse swing mean we're going to see less spin when a ball gets old and tired?
Well, it shouldn't, because I think if the captain's got any brains, then most of the time you'd have a spinner at one end and quickie. Let's go in the quicks. If Waqar's reversing it and you've got a spinner at the other end, that's quite difficult to face. If you've got two guys doing the same thing, that's a little bit easier. So
last night Akmal batted out of his crease.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking the tactics against it too are to come out. Actually, you're taking LBW out of play all of a sudden, you're reducing the amount it's going to swing, and you might just bring in a few scoring opportunities. You're trying to play in the V, but Akmal did this yesterday, and I thought it was a really smart move. And it made Australia do something different, because very quickly Haddon was up to the stumps, and the next time he has to have his feet behind or his foot behind the crease. So on both parts, you had a batsman challenging Australia with its tactics, and the ball was reverse swinging, and you had a captain and a wicketkeeper saying, well, we're going to stop you coming down and eliminating LBW. But it's great fun. And these blokes, when they got a wicket, it's a rhythm when you're out there getting used to it. If they got a wicket, they stepped it up another notch.
Yeah, it's so hard to start.
So hard for the batsman coming in.
Yeah, you want the batsman to come into the front foot. That's the aim. You want them to bring your front foot, to the front foot, because they're looking for a late swing, and that last bit of minor second miss, you miss the ball.
It dips too. It doesn't just swing, it really dips as well, which makes it even harder.
Oh, you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
It's a good bit of banter there, Michael Slater and